Hi, this is Brandon from thirstgym.com, and today we're talking about an exercise called the power skip for max distance. This is a great plyometric and agility based exercise you can use to help with your speed and your power, especially from a single leg perspective. So really what we're trying to achieve here is the skipping pattern, but trying to put as much force on the ground as we can to move horizontally or forward in space. That's why this helps with sprinting and overall basic agility. And so what you just really need is some space. And then what we're going to do is we're going to skip, but as we skip, I'm going to try to cover as much ground as I possibly can between each skip. So I'm going to get a little bit of a running start. I'm going to skip and then try to cover as much ground as I can as I go. Now, as I go to skip, the big thing here is, again, make sure we got basic fundamental skipping patterns, but also as we jump, we're gonna land on that same leg, skip, and then go to the other side. The other big thing that I really like about this drill is that it forces knee drive, because to be able to cover as much distance as we want, one, we've got to throw our knee forward, and we got to throw our arms forward to try to get us and propel us as far as we can. Now, this exercise works great, again, for working on overall top end speed, that knee drive aspect, but also you got to think about sports that perform on one leg a lot of the time. So I like this a lot for many of my track and field athletes. You'll see this as a great way as like a warm-up or a beginning drill before you really start getting into your actual run portion of your track and field training. This would be a good way to develop some of that power on the front end of those practices. We really like this going into season because, again, we get to drill those mechanics, but you also got to think there's other athletes that benefit from this as well. We like to use this for many of our wrestlers, basketball players, things of that nature, where anytime single leg power is going to be important. So in wrestling, that might be something like a shot. When it comes to basketball, you're obviously trying to jump out, block a shot, reach a ball, something like that. All very similar things that you'll see in sport. So like I said, you need some space. We've got 25 yards of turf, so we usually program these for down and backs, basically making sure that we're getting plenty of reps. And the best thing I try to coach athletes with this is you want to do as few reps as possible in the distance, because that means you're maximizing your distance and putting as much force as you can into the ground to propel you further, and that's going to help you display that power. You're getting lots of reps, you're either not putting as much force into the ground, we're kind of missing the boat on the overall activity. So it's really not that complicated. Just make sure that we're putting as much force into the ground, got general skipping mechanics down. And again, this is an exercise I like to use for all ages of athletes, especially the younger ones. We try to teach them how to skip early on, so then we can benefit from this. And it's something, again, low-hanging fruit that we can benefit from. If you got any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Thanks. Have a great day.